Hello again. Okay, so this is day 4 of 30. And today I'm just gonna give you a general ass kicking when it comes to your overall health, because the whole point and purpose of this whole entire 30 days is to really help you step into your you-ness, like unapologetically, to feel confident and to feel like strong and empowered, right? Without rules and limitations and all of the bullshit beliefs that we let guide us every day. So, a huge part of where my confidence comes from is my health. Like when I, a few years ago, really stepped up and started taking care of me, like physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, all of it, everything changed for me. But something that is super easy um, a trap that's super easy to fall into is like the personal development thing. Like you think if you read A Course in Miracles and you follow some spiritual people on Instagram, that when you start having these like ideas and some clarity and some breakthroughs, then you think that you've like made it, like you're doing what you need to do. It's like your self-care, you're taking a bath on Sunday and you're listening to Abraham Hicks and like you're good to go. And we're doing all the things that we think that we should, and it feels good, and I am not knocking any of those things. They're all important, and honestly, like anything that feels good to you, you should definitely do. However, when we add all of these things up and we're moms and we're running a business and we have maybe a spouse or significant other of some kind, and we have friends and we have family, and we want to also be able to have a social schedule, and we're busy and we're always, how are you? Well, I'm doing really good. I'm really busy. The business is really like busy. Everybody's busy. Well, what's the first thing to go when you're busy? Your health, right? You skip the gym if you are too busy and you don't have time. And you don't do the meal prep because you're too busy and you don't have time. And the things that are important to your physical being, the actual thing that you're looking at in the mirror every day, when that gets neglected, it doesn't matter how much mindset work you do, and it doesn't matter how much validation you're getting from your analytics on social media. None of the rest of that matters if you're not taking care of yourself. There's always going to be something missing, and that missing piece is going to be the confidence and the glow, the energy, right? Like we want to be able to show up and have the confidence, but we want to be able to have that, like, I'm healthy and I honor myself and I'm trusting myself and I am showing up and being the person that I want to be and feeling how I want to feel. And whether we like it or not, the way that we look affects the way that we feel every day. And obviously, like, I'm not wearing makeup yet again. It doesn't mean like all the vanity kind of things, like getting your hair done and getting your nails done and wearing makeup, and make sure you have lipstick on if you're doing a live stream because it's unprofessional if not. Blah. All of those rules and judgments and restrictions that we put on ourselves hold us back. But I know, like for me, if I don't get up and get out of the house in the morning, my day is like, like it just drags on. I have a really hard time like getting motivated to do anything, especially when it comes to computer, especially that it's summer break right now, so my kids are home. And if I don't get us up and doing something in the morning, then everybody wants to like lay around and watch YouTube all day and maybe not get dressed or brush our teeth until 2, 3 in the afternoon, which is like not the way that I want to be living my life, right? And so it's just like little things. Like I know going for a run in the morning out in the fresh air, like gets me going. It gets my juices flowing. It gets my creativity flowing. It sets me up for a super awesome day. But I also know there's some days that I don't want to do that. And because I honor me and I honor my health and the way that I'm showing up in the world, I'll do something else. Like maybe it's just a walk, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's literally like just sitting down and stretching for 15 minutes or 5 minutes, depending on the day. But no matter what, I don't skip out on that physical activity every day. And the same thing goes for food. When I get busy and I don't do the meal prep, or I don't even do like a meal plan, I just like go to the grocery store and like find the things that I want, or even like things that are on sale, and I don't actually put any effort in. I don't have like, there's no mindfulness attached to it. It's just like grab ingredients and I'll just make something as I go during the week. That's stressful, right? So then I'm like not prepared. I don't have this thing. Like yesterday, I didn't have arrowroot powder for the pie that I made, so I had no way to like thicken it. So I just kind of like winged it, and it turned out just fine. It is what it is. However, I know that I need to take care of those things, because when I feel organized and I feel put together, then I feel the way that I want to feel, right? And that is the underlying thread in this whole entire video series is, do you feel the way that you want to feel? Are you showing up and being the person that you want to be? And if not, most likely not, right? Like there's always things that we can improve on. What is it that you think that you could do to feel better about whatever it is that you're doing? Because that's the whole point of the whole thing. For me, if I feel like organized and put together and I have eaten well and I've taken care of my body, then I can like go out and have fun and I don't worry about it. Like last weekend, 2 weekends ago, I went out with my girlfriend and we had nachos for dinner. Like we literally each ordered a platter of nachos, and I didn't feel bad about it because I've been taking care of myself and I freaking love nachos. And now that I know I'm not allergic to dairy, I eat nachos sometimes. And in the past, that would have been like, oh my gosh, like, why am I doing that to myself? Like it's so bad. And yeah, it's not good. Like nachos are not health food. And like they were colored chips and the color like leached onto the chicken. It was not great. However, I enjoyed it like in the moment, and I didn't make myself feel bad for eating it. And that is like my whole entire message when it comes to taking care of your health is do what feels good and everything else gets to work. And if you are skipping the part of taking care of your physical health, if you're eating colorful nachos all the time and you're making excuses as to why you can't go to the gym or you can't get to yoga or you can't go for a walk in the evening, and you're not honoring yourself and taking care of the things that you need to take care of for you to be the fullest version of you, then that's your missing link. And I talk to so many women who are trying to grow their business online. There's just something's got to be missing. Well, you're working so hard that you're forgetting the basics. You're forgetting that you have to take care of yourself and that your business is you. And if you're not taking care of you, just like we've talked about the last 3 days, if you're not taking care of you and showing up in a way that feels really good to you, then your business can't work. You know, it's kind of like, I mean, anything else in the world here. Like if we get what am I trying to say? We attract what we're being, like what we're thinking, how we're showing up is how we're going to attract more and more. So if we're constantly busy and putting things off, well, then you're going to constantly be like putting off your success. You're going to constantly be putting off your confidence and the clarity that comes with that. And all it takes is really like slowing down and just being very mindful of what you're doing and how you're feeling, and then deciding from there, like we talked about yesterday, deciding when in that moment, hey Tracy, hey Jillian, in that moment deciding, okay, I don't want to feel like this, so instead I'm going to do something else that completely gets me out of it. Like yesterday, I like literally taking a shower in the middle of the afternoon. That's what I needed to do to make myself feel better, and it worked. And I know that about myself. If I just take some time by myself, then I feel better and I can clear my mind. And I honestly have my best ideas like at bedtime and when I'm in the shower. So those are the 2 times that I know, like if I'm feeling overwhelmed or if I'm feeling stressed or whatever, I can go take a nap, even if it's like a 15-minute nap, or I can go take a shower, or, you know, go outside and like totally take my mind off of whatever it is that's happening, instead of overthinking it, spinning out, stressing, freaking out, calling someone to vent, which is like the most annoying thing ever. Instead of that, doing something that honors me, and it's almost always something around my health, right? And that's just the way it goes. Like if you're not taking care of your health on all the levels, but physically is what I'm talking about tonight. In the next couple of days, I'm going to be talking about mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like the rest of the things. But for tonight, that's what I'm just talking about, is just honoring your health. And so I could talk about this forever, and I'm not going to because I know that we're already like at 10 minutes right now at 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm actually not going to even talk about anything else about this tonight. So I just want you to think about probably over like the next few days, whatever. If you want to post in this video or if you want to start a whole entire new thread, that would be fine too. But I just want you to think about like, what are you doing for your physical health every single day, like without fail? And it doesn't necessarily have to mean you have to go to the gym for an hour. Like, I just don't believe in any of that hardcore, super like stressful commitment stuff. It works for some people. And if that is you, like, good on you. I'm super proud of you. That's great. But for me, it's like little things. Like if it's raining and I can't go for a run, it's doing yoga in my bedroom, or it's just stretching, or it's like I have been sitting at my computer for an hour and a half and I need to like get some energy flowing, and literally like having a dance party in my kitchen. All of those things count. And it doesn't matter like what the rules are or if you're checking things off of your list every day. What matters is at the end of the day, do you feel good? Do you feel like you honored your body? Are you taking care of your health? Because that is, if you don't have your health, you have nothing. If you don't have your body, you have nothing. So for those of you who are making excuses as to why you can't take care of yourself and you don't have time, I call bullshit. And I say right now it's time for you to like step up and make some sort of commitment, even if it's 5 minutes every day, or maybe it's like 3 minutes 4 times throughout the day. There are always options, but it's up to you to like decide that you are worth the time. So like being busy is not an excuse. And if you want everything else in your life to work easier, you have to take care of yourself. Like that just is what it is. So I'm going to leave it at that because otherwise this is going to go on forever. Hey, Rebecca. If you guys have questions or